Happening November 3rd. And this is our Valley de los Muertos, using our school valley, to celebrate Dia de los Muertos here in Santana. It's a big event where we're going to invite community members, families, and students to come help us celebrate. So I want to walk you around the classroom and show you what some of our students are doing. So come along. So here we have Ms. Diaz, who's our fabulous Spanish teacher. Say hi to the camera here. Hi. And Ms. Diaz is working on the top portion of our altar. And this is, we're going to do this for the monarch butterflies. And so we're using the symbols of monarch to represent life and death and the return of the souls. So this is the reason we're doing the monarch. Where's the rest of the monarch? So you'll see it come out like this. So it's going to look really cool once it's done. So that's going to be the very top part of the altar, right? I'm going to send it over to Ms. Diaz because we'll be talking about some of the banners that will be hanging around the campus. So here's Ms. Diaz.
Hi. So during the past 4 weeks, we've been working with students. We've been working on these Posada banners. We're going to be hanging them around on the day of the event. The students actually learned a little bit about Jose Guadalupe Posada and a little bit about his background. Then they were able to look through this book and they chose some of his illustrations to recreate them in these banners. We have 9. It's taken us a while. We recreated isolated images on each banner. So the kids were really excited. They've been working really hard on them. And this is part of the famous Catrina by Posada. So this student that chose this one was very excited to finish it and see it come to life from his pages to the banner.
What is the student's name that painted this one?
Catherine Torres. She was the one that focused. She actually chose specifically the famous Catrina, and she was the one that worked on this banner along with several of her friends. So it was really exciting to see them.
And how long was it that they took to work on this one?
We've been working on them for 4 weeks, and we barely finished today. So yes, all 9 of them are completely done. They're actually in another room, and they're ready to be set up on the day of the event next Tuesday.
And was this done freehand, or did they trace from a projector?
They traced from the projector. We photocopied the image to a transparency, and then we projected it with one of the old projectors, and then they traced it, and then with black paint they went in and added the details to just how it was in the original picture.
Great, thank you so much.
It's been really great.
So let's go over here to the mask making section.
Thank you.
So if you see all these masks right here, check them out, they're pretty cool. So these are all paper mache masks that our students are working on. They're painting them and then decorating them because we will be using these for a festival where we will be doing these giant flowers that have the mask and have these giant flowers that we're going to be hanging throughout the festival. So we're making around 40 of them. A lot of work, but it's fun. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo te gusta? ¿Cómo te gusta? Hacerle la cámara para que le dé. ¿Te gusta? ¿De dónde eres? De Guatemala. ¿Y celebran Día de los Muertos ahí?
Sí,
¿Sí? ¿Diferente o igual?
diferente.
¿Diferente?
¿Cuáles son algunas de las tradiciones que practican ahí en Guatemala?
Siempre para el 1 y el 2 de noviembre se van a dejar plantas. Hacen pan de muerto y se pasan todas las tardes con muertos.
¿Y cómo te gusta esa experiencia con el arte y todo?
Sí, me gusta porque es primera vez que lo hago.
La primera vez, ok. ¿Y cuando hacemos el altar, vas a honrar a alguien en el altar?
Sí,
¿Sí? ¿A quién?
a mis tíos y a mí.
Sí, aquí vas a traer las fotos y todo. Gracias.
Mr. Maldonado, could you tell us a little bit about the demographics of Valley High School here at Santa Ana, California?
Valley is composed of, God, I want to say like 97% Latinos. We have a high population of students who are known as newcomers who have come to the country maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and they're transitioning here in terms of language and culture. So we're trying to keep some of these traditions for them and also teach some of our students who have been here for generations that these are traditions are really important, such as Dia de los Muertos.
And how long have you been doing this type of programming here at Valley High School?
This is my second year teaching here, so I wanted to introduce this project to them, and we did it last year. It was really successful. Students really got into it, and so this is my second year. So
Are there any other faculty members that are involved in helping to get all of this going?
Yes, let me show you one of our. Actually, she used to be a teacher here, and now she used to be a student here, and now she's a teacher. Let's go meet her. Let's go meet Miss Cardenas. This is Miss Cardenas, and she's an art teacher here.
Yes, right now we're working on the paper masks that we're going to have available for the community. So we wanted to have especially the kids when they come on November the 3rd, they could decorate their masks. They could color one that's previously made, and these were designed by the students here on campus. So this one was designed by Ivana Miramontes, and this one by Luz Flores. So and it's exciting to see that the students are doing these masks, and they're distributed to the masses, if you want to call it that way.
Can you tell me a little bit more about these types of masks that are being made? Is this a tradition that we see in Mexico, or is this something particular to the United States?
This is more, the United States is not traditionally Mexican. However, it's like a little twist that we want to have, because usually there's sugar skulls in Mexico, and now we did like they could actually wear the mask without having painting on them. So it's a fun, different perspective. So we like to give the students opportunities to do something new.
How have you seen in terms of, as Mr. Maldonado said, that you were a student here and now you're a faculty member, the forms of Dia de los Muertos being practiced here in Santa Ana as a city and then now within the school?
Oh, it's really special because when I was a student, I didn't have the opportunity to have something like this. So now as a teacher, it's really fulfilling to have something from our culture that we could share with them. And even students, some of them don't know at all anything from the Day of the Dead. And this is a great opportunity for them to see something new and different. And it's I'm very proud to tell them that I was a Valley student and now that I'm here as a teacher, kind of different perspective. So I'm just kind of like them, working along with them and inspiring them to always try something new.
Great, thank you so much.
Let's move on with this exciting feature that we have this year is we invited parents into our programming. And so it's a really good collaboration between the parents, the students, the community. So let's go meet a parent. No, we're going to have to cut some more. We have the paper. Tenemos que cortar más. Sí.
Si quiere continuar con los... Aquí hay material.
So what they're working on, again, is we're making these flowers that will be hanging like this throughout the festival with the mask, and it's really cool. It's all made on paper. We really want to focus on like the folk art of it, creating with your hands, using that craftsmanship to teach the kids about festivities like Day of the Dead and culture and history. So here she's teaching.
¿Y con quién tenemos el gusto ahorita?
Wow, soy Eva Orozco, soy de Guadalajara, Jalisco, México. ¿Qué vas a hacer?
No, muchísimas gracias. Si nos puede decir un poquito de qué estamos haciendo, elaborando aquí con la señorita, ¿cómo se llama usted? ¿Qué estamos elaborando aquí,
Estamos
señora?
elaborando las flores para noches de altares. Noche de altares viene siendo una tradición de México, que son Día de los Muertos. Y pues son las flores que llevan como para decorar
Los altares.
Los altares. También tenemos el papel ese picado, que también se puede diseñar con el papel picado. En los altares, flores, veladoras, calaveritas y usualmente lo que comía el difunto, por ejemplo el pan, no sé, lo que le gustaba al difunto, que era mole, tamales, pozole.
¿Cuál era la manera que pues su familia practicaba o siguen practicando Día de los Muertos en Jalisco?
Pues lo hacen cada año. Ahorita ya tengo 15 años que yo estoy aquí, pero no sé en realidad ahorita cómo es, porque el tiempo cambia. No sé qué. Van a visitar los panteones, llevan música, flores, y se están ahí casi todo el día festejando al difunto.
Y usted aquí eres una de las padres que viene y se participa. ¿Tienes una hija o hijo aquí en la escuela?
Tengo aquí en la escuela Bali, tengo a un niño de 14 años, entró al 9º grado. Yo me involucré ayudándole al maestro porque él ocupaba ayuda y fui una de las que me gustó pues ayudarle porque me gustó mucho el arte. Me gusta el arte, me apasiona el arte.
Ajá. ¿Y cuáles algunas diferencias que has visto sobre la manera que se practica el Día de los Muertos en Santa Ana, California, en comparación de México?
Pues es diferente porque en México se visitan los panteones, que es lo más, es la tradición. Y aquí hacen altares. Aquí hay una calle que es aquí en Santa Ana, que se llama la 4 Street. Hacen altares de diferentes estados de México y uno pone pues sus difuntos ahí, uno ahí. También aquí ya se está usando, lo estamos trayendo aquí a las escuelas para que no se pierda la cultura para nuestros hijos, que queremos que también lleven esa tradición, no sé, en un futuro más adelante que nos festejen.
Pues sí, muchísimas gracias, señora. Mr. Maldonado, could you tell us a little bit about the practice that the señora was telling us about, the altares that are made out here in Santa Ana City? Is that a particular tradition, and where did that start from?
You know, it's not something that we grew up with. At least I didn't grow up with it growing up here in Santa Ana, but it's something that I learned when I went to college, and I was really fascinated by the whole culture, the whole aspect of celebrating life. And so I think, like in American culture, we grew up that we don't celebrate life. We just kind of like when a loved one dies, they get buried, and then we're like, okay, see you, kind of thing. And what I loved about learning about my culture when I was a Chicano Studies major at UCLA, I learned about Dia de los Muertos, and I learned that it was such an amazing thing that you have the ability to, once you reflect and honor that person that you love. So I think that's the important thing I want to show my students, is that it's okay to celebrate, it's okay to love, it's okay to be sad when somebody dies, but it's also cool that you have the opportunity to celebrate them again once a year.
Great, thank you. And then we have one last table here. What are the young women doing here?
This is what we're going to be doing on the night of the Dia de los Muertos. They're going to be, you want to show them your mask that you guys are working on?
A ver, enséñanos, ahí tenemos varios máscaras. Let's see your skull over there.
So they will be working on these skulls. We're going to have a craft tent where the students will be decorating their skulls and having fun with them.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Can you tell us about your event that you have on November 3rd as well?
Yes, I can. And this will be November 3rd, where we will be having a huge community altar. It's going to be 4 sides. We are actually dedicating one of the sides to this young woman who was recently hit. She was coming to summer school, and she was hit by a car and on her bicycle. And so we're dedicating one side to her. We're also dedicating one side to the 43 missing teachers from Mexico. So, and then the 2 other sides will be for the community members of our school. So it's going to be a pretty nice event, and we're hoping that it's something that continues on.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Maldonado, for being our very first podcast for the Smithsonian Latino Virtual Museum. And we really appreciate all of your wonderful effort, and I hope that much success for your events tonight or on November 3rd, as well as for Noche del Altares. And I want to say a special thank you to our guest videographer, Sergio, who is helping us today and incorporating the youth with our broadcast. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.